Whatever way it comes out, buddy, that is it. Hi guys, this is Andy from Mediocre Hobbies coming at you with some very special, unique and first time content on the channel. We are taking a step back in time. I have dragged my childhood opponent out of retirement and we are returning to the game which nearly broke our friendship many times. And that is of course Warhammer Fantasy. So I have the 8th edition hardback collector's book that I used for many years to death. It's currently holding the 6th edition book. We have our original army books from back in the day, as these are the two forces we will be playing today. We'll be using Empire and Tomb Kings. But obviously it is a special day, as in we now have access to Warhammer the Old World. Games which have very kindly sent us out some of the new bits and pieces to play around with. And we are going to put them through the tests here today and try and rekindle some of our past, would we call them glories?
No, they were nothing glorious about those games.
Some of our past fun. Was it fun?
For me.
We're very excited to be bringing Old World to the channel. As you guys know, I've been painting a bunch of Old World on the channel in the last couple of weeks / months to get kind of ready for this. You know, I'm very excited for it. So I am excited to now finally bring a battle report to the channel. And I hope to bring many more in the next couple of weeks / months / the year, I guess.
Yeah,
so, hopefully we'll be introducing pretty much every faction they are bringing out. So the first 9 factions, I own all of them. So there's no reason that you shouldn't see battle reports running through the year using all the forces. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around and subscribe to the channel. Please be patient with us when it comes to the rules. Obviously it's our first playthrough. It's a lot of rules. We might make a few mistakes. If we do, tough. Halberdiers, cannon, steam tank, veteran state troops with a detachment of halberdiers and handgunners, great swords with a detachment of handgunners and halberdiers, flagellants, archlector, level 4 wizard.
Chariots. I'm now deploying my Ushopti. A unit of 20 spearmen, a unit of 20 tomb guard, a unit of 20 spearmen, archers, another unit of 20 spearmen, bone giant, and a war sphinx. And I have Leech Priest, level 2, a Leech Priest, level 2, who's my Holofont, a Necrotech, a Tomb King, and a Royal Herald with banner.
We are now fully deployed and ready to play a game of the Old World. We have picked the mission, which is the tower in the center of the table. There's no special rules or anything like that. We didn't want to make it too complicated. So a couple of key points to remember for this particular game is we've decided to abstain from magical items for this game, just to once again keep it a little bit simpler. We're having magic and all the other special rules, just to take one extra layer out, we've done that. Now, we didn't have time to rebase all of our armies, so what we have done is created these custom movement trays, which make a 20 mil base into a 25 mil base, so that all the models that are currently on this table are in fact on the correct size bases. If it's something like a steam tank, we have rebased it properly with some MDF, so these are the correct new sizes. So everything on the table is as it's meant to be, so we should have a pretty, I don't know, normal game of the Old World. Tim's first game of fantasy in 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Stop squeezing my broken hand. And now roll off to see who gets first turn.
Yeah.
5! I believe I've win.
No, I got a 1, so I go first.
That's not how that works, buddy. Oh, did I pocket your dice? Oh no, see you later. We're going to be using this reference card that we got with the rulebook for basically to help us play through the game. So the first turn should be pretty slow as we figure out kind of how everything works and the orders and all that. We're going to start with, of course, the strategy phase. In the strategy phase, you get to do a couple of specific things. So resolve any special actions and or take tests that need to be resolved. So I have no special tests and I have no fleeing troops that need to be done or anything like that. Resolve any command abilities, which I don't particularly know when my prayers for my priest are supposed to be cast. That might be now, actually. My wizard is going to attempt to cast one of his spells. I'm going to cast the Oaken Shield special rule, which gives me a 5+ ward save against any wounds until the start of the next turn. And that is any unit they've joined as well. Cast on a 7. So I get an 11 plus my casting value of 4 is a 15. Would you like trying to dispel that, Mr. Timothy?
I would, but I'm going to save my fate spells for something else.
Okay, so the Oaken Shield is now cast on this unit here. After that, I'm pretty much done with the strategy phase, so now I jump onto the movement phase. Charges to declare? No. Charge reactions obviously don't exist. No, none of that, none of that, none of that, none of that, none of that. Now we're going to go to compulsory moves. Do I have any compulsory moves? No. So now it's just moving. I'm going to start with basic troops. Flagellants have a movement of 4, so I'm going to march them, which means they get to move double, which is 8. But I'm going through some trees, so it's a half movement. So that's like 4.
I think it's an inch off your charge, and if 25% of them is in, they're disrupted.
Oh, so
they are disrupted.
I'm disrupted at the moment, so I need to get out of there before any sort of combat ensues. It's now time for me to go on to the shooting phase. State missile troops for giggles.
Handguns are 24 inches, strength 4, AP 1, armor bane 1.
Well, hold on, I can cast a spell for conveyance. We have looked at the handgunner special rule again, realized all the minuses for moving, and the fact that their handgunners moving is even worse, so I've just moved them up a little bit further. So they're not going to shoot. So the 3 things that I have to shoot this turn are the standard cannon, the steam cannon, and I'm going to fire off the fireball spell with my wizard. So I'm going to start with the cannons because they're a lot of fun. So I'm going to fire this particular cannon here. We actually could clip all 3 chariots if we manage to get a good enough line. So that's what we're going to try and do. So how it works is I'm going to choose to go 10 back from this corner. This is my first ball, basically. Where am I going to place it? No, that's not the right line. Here.
45. Fanciness.
Yeah, I'm good.
So cool.
So yeah, I'm going to go about here. And then the way it works is you roll this magic dice. It's the wrong dice. You roll this magic dice twice. So it has basically got 2 to 10, and then it has a misfire. So when misfires on this roll, it can explode. If it misfires on the second roll, it just gets stuck in the mud and it doesn't explode. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, so it basically goes, this is the initial hit point of the cannon. And then we want it to bounce and smash through the ranks. So we're going to roll the guard. Screw dice a second time. And that's exactly what we wanted. So that means it's going to bounce 10 inches and clip all 3 chariots and do damage to all of them. It is strength 8. So what toughness is your chariot, sir?
They are not tough at all. Hold on.
That's what I like to hear.
Toughness 4. What strength is it?
8.
Yeah, 2s.
So 2s to wound the chariots. One of them did not wound, but 2 of them did. So it is AP minus 2, but it also has armor bane 2. So that's 6. One of them is a 6.
So I'm going to go straight to my regeneration saves.
Yeah.
1 goes through.
So it does D3 wounds. 1. So all of that for a single.
Okay with that.
This is what people need to understand with Old World, is that it's not like Age of Sigmar and 40k. You're not rolling buckets of dice. You're not taking off units after units constantly. It's very much a slow roll game. You're doing lots of chip damage and basically trying to outmaneuver and out-psychology your opponent to try and win. So every little bit helps. So we're going to do the same thing again with the second cannon. We are not going to hit the same target though, I don't think. Although it wouldn't be a bad idea because I'm going to... Oh, I can always shoot over things and everything, I forgot. It's like if I destroy a bunch of skeletons, it's like... they'll just come back next turn. So who cares? It's like such a useless thing. Although they're so far away that you can't return wounds to them that easy, can you?
Not really.
I'm going to fire the cannon over there again. I think with the angles that I can get from them, I can hit 2. There's no way that I'm hitting 3. Can't go through 2.
No,
I think I can only go through the 2.
2, yeah.
So I'm going to go 10 back from the back of the base.
So the back of the base of 10.
So like the corner of his wheel, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And then like put the first dice down.
So about there, yeah.
First artillery dice, 6.
So
it's going to hit the first guy, and then is it going to bounce through? Yes.
It does.
It's going to hit 2 guys.
Same thing. Regens. Nope, both go through.
2d3. Of course.
And he takes off that 1 chariot.
So 1 chariot has been destroyed.
Oh no!
That is what you get when you mess with the warrior. Okay, so now I'm going to cast my magic missile fireball from a wizard. It has a range of 24 inches. So I wonder if I can hit snow. So we're going to do Ushabadi Mainly because its fireball's actually pretty good with the amount of damage it can do, and it has flaming attacks, so you don't get regen, you don't get your magical saves or whatever. It is cast on an 8+. Boom! So I get it on 5, 6, 7, plus 4 is 11.
I will use my fate to save me.
Good luck to you, sir. Nice talk. You know you can miscast.
No, that's a 6 and 1.
Oh yeah, but you know you can't miscast on dispels now.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yep. The spell's available one automatically fails regardless.
Okay, so I'm going to do 2d6 strength 4 hits. So I'll take 5.
Okay, let me tell you how tough they are. They are toughness 4.
So 4 is to wound.
And just double checking their armor. Heavy armor.
1 goes through.
Any modifiers?
No AP, but it does have like the flaming attack.
Yeah, so just a 5 up armor save.
5 armor save.
Oh, I hate mummies.
Yeah, I have nothing else to shoot. There's no combats going on, so I believe that is the end of my turn 1 of my first ever old world game. I killed a chariot.
So a few things I got to do off. First of all, I have to do my will be done rules with my king. He's going to go ahead and give his unit D3 to their initiative.
So this is a spell, or is it your...
His ability.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do my prayers with my warrior priest as well, because I can't remember what phase it goes in.
Or movement. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to go with initiative. So they get +2 to their initiative.
Cool.
He has the Arise rule, but nothing near me is dead.
What range is the Arise special rule?
It's his command range.
Which is 12.
12, yeah.
So if I just don't kill anything within his 12-inch range, they stay dead forever.
Yes.
Cool, good to know.
That's that done. I have no compulsory stuff to do, so yeah. I do have things I can bring up, but if I do it now, it has to be done within 12 inches. So I'm going to leave them in the ambush rule for now, because I can bring them behind your lines next turn.
Bring it.
And kill me a cannon.
It's in the woods, man. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Coming from underneath you.
Like it's a ghillie suit cannon. Right.
So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to do all or nothing, and I'm going to risk the charge with the chariots. So how you do, you can declare your charges to your maximum. So it's your movement +6. So I'm 8 + 6 gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14. But because I'm a swift strider, I add 3 inches to my movement. So I am within 17, so I can declare a charge. I'm 15 inches for a charge. So I will declare the charge. What are you going to do?
I'm going to hold.
Charging is going to be 2d6, picking the highest. So I get 4. Because I'm Swift Strider, I get to roll an extra d6.
Yes, you do.
So
Don't make a mess of this. Like that.
10, 18 inches. That's a charge.
I think you're in range.
Oh yeah, 18 makes it. So I get
Your
my
free wheel.
free wheel.
And, hold on, pause for this bit. The current rules that you can pivot and part of your base can be off the table, and it can like be through units. You can literally like ghost corners through, because that used to be a big problem in the old game. So they allow that in the game as long as when you finish your move, you're back on the table fully. So it's really cool.
So I get my free pivot, and then forward. I hit, and I close my gates. And everything's just now going to move forward. Unfortunately, I am dead, so therefore I cannot charge. Andy's favorite unit.
This guy right here.
And then he's going to have his little bigger friend come up and protect him from being charged. No, movement. I do movement spells.
Yes.
That was,
right.
So he has...
What are the movement spells cost?
I was in command phase to do Devil's Maze. Hex.
Conveyance, I really
Yeah, enchantment. So I was going to do the Cursed Blades to give them the... Anyone can reroll natural rolls of a 1 with 12 of him.
Oh, is that the ones you're supposed to do in the command phase, buddy? Are you see him here? He's cheating!
Do you mind?
Not at all.
No, okay. So I get it off on 12.
You get it off on a 12. Who is casting it?
My Holofont.
Am I within 24 inches of your Mr. Volleyball? I actually am.
Okay.
So I need to roll an 8 on dice to stop that.
Yeah.
Boom! I do not roll an 8, so that spell goes off.
I will also now do my Plague of Rust onto your greatswords.
Sir.
Goes off on a 12.
Same guy.
Same guy.
So once again, I need an 8 to stop, and I get it, because I'm awesome. There you go, 9, so no Plague of Rust for you.
Okay. I can do Spirit Leech. That would have been 18, so I can do that. Why not? Again, on a 12.
Stop it again! No!
So this is... So until your turn, this unit now suffers a -2 to their leadership.
They're stubborn.
And they can't use their general's thing. Yes, but you're still
They're
double
stubborn.
level
They don't care.
6. You know?
They don't care.
Okay, magic phase over. Into the shooting turn. Magic phase begins again.
Oh, it's a weird old game.
Spiritual vortex. Go. 9, 10, 11. Cast on 11.
Which one casts this?
This guy.
I'm definitely in range of that guy. So I need a
Are you
7 to stop
sure?
this?
Are you in his arc of line of sight?
You don't have to be on an arc to do it.
Yeah, you do.
Still good.
Yeah, are you in?
And 24.
Oh, you are.
So I need a 7 for this.
7. No. Spiritual vortex. It's the large 5-inch blast template. Right there. No, it gets good. It stays there. While in play, the template does not move. It is treated as dangerous terrain. And while within 8 inches of it, all units suffer a -1 to their leadership, and it can't use its general's presence.
That's not fun.
Yes.
Could you stop doing that to me, please?
Now I'm going to fire my arrows.
Long range, you're on this and you're that.
Yeah,
What? So 7s, right?
Yeah, so there's 10 for my front rank, 5 for my second rank, and my 1 for my dude in the back. Because they have volley fire. So, normally they'd be hitting on 5s, they move, so that's hitting on 6s, long range, hitting on 7s, but they're Tomb Guard, so they...
Tomb Kings, so they don't care. They just hit on
Yeah,
5.
they always hit on 5. So this one's going to hit on a 4. It does not hit. More of a balance going to roll.
And considering how well you roll for all your magic, this should be a pitiful roll, buddy.
Here
That's
we go.
statistics right there.
And it was.
Yes, good. Here's another one.
Yeah. And I get to reroll 1s. I rolled 1-1. And it hits!
Well, of course it does.
3s to toughness 3, so it should be 4s. So that is 2 wounds to be saved.
To the Empire?
To
Great
your
swords?
great swords.
Okay, let me double check that they do in fact have plate armor still. I'm not 100% sure, so I just want to be... So they are in full plate armor, which does do the 4+ save, yeah? And you have no AP on that?
No AP.
So 4+ armor save on my dudes. 1 pass, 1 fail. This guy...
That's what's trying to get the plague of rust off. And unlike you, I have a charge to do. So let's do that.
You mean
Back
a
to you in a
charge
second.
to resolve?
Okay, so we're going to start off initiative 10 step, which is going to be my impact hits. Doing D6 automatic hits. 9 hits, so that's 2, that's 8, 9. So we got one more 3s, I believe. So that is 5 wounds. It should be minus on impact hits. Back to the rulebook.
No! You must not read from the book!
Worked it out, yep. 5 impact hits. And he has to roll a save.
So shields and light armor.
No shields because you have halberds. Requires 2 hands.
Oh yeah, 6 up saves? No. So I lose 5 guys.
Right.
So you remove them from the back, but technically they count as being the front rank being destroyed.
Yep. Now we go to our next initiative step. Normally Hobbies are initiative 3. I am initiative 2, but with the charge you get an initiative bonus. So I am now initiative 5. So I'm going to start with my guys reaching out with their spears and whips to stab you in the face. So that is 2 hits. Strength 3 to toughness 3, so it's going to be 4s. That is 1 glorious wound.
Minus?
No minuses. Oh wait, it is actually it's +1 strength.
Oh, I rolled a 6 for this one and suddenly it doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah, because cavalry spears work on the charge.
Yes. Yes,
+1
they do.
strength, +1, and then that was I don't think I rolled a 3. Right, and I believe my horses.
The iron hooves.
The
just
iron.
come into battle.
This is where everyone knows the real skill comes in. Is the horses kicking you to death. So that is 3 hits. 2 wounds.
2 dead.
2 dead.
So just to reference that, these horses killed more than these ancient tomb warriors on the back, like always. Every go-around time.
So that is my turn. So you will get to fight back with your unit champion. Because the rest of his guys are now dead.
Does the unit champion stay? Oh yeah, because he was dead.
Yeah.
So I hit you on 4s.
You do indeed.
2 hits. I am strength 4 because of my halberdier.
You do.
And your toughness.
3, I believe. 4.
So 4s to wound. 1 wound, and it's a 6, so you get -2 AP.
So I believe that will just go straight to my regen.
Yes.
What you make?
Nice. So now we have to work out the combat resolution of this particular fight.
Yes, we do.
So
I failed my, sorry, I double checked. I have failed my regen, so I lose by 1.
Do you need a 6 up regen?
Yeah, 6 up regen.
Okay, so I caused a wound, have a rank, have a banner, even though it's not there. I promise you everybody I have a banner. So I have a combat resolution.
And you are close ordered.
And I'm close ordered. So I get a combat resolution of 4. Timothy gets charged. Do you have a command?
No, but...
He has no command, but he did in fact kill 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Timothy's combat resolution, if I can make these dice in any way, shape, or form neat, is 9 to my 4, which means that I lose by 5. So now I need to take a leadership test on this unit, minus 5 to my leadership. And my leadership is 7. So it's double ones for me or I'm in trouble. So I roll my leadership check. I fail massively. So now I get pushed back 2 inches. No, straight away the fight's over 2. Now I roll to run.
Yeah, so you go straight to running, so you don't fall back in good order. You're going to break and flee.
So are you going to pursue?
I will pursue.
So I am going to make a flee test, which is just 2d6 as per usual. Boom!
Picking the highs. Picking the highs.
Oh, so it's 5 plus my movement of 4.
Yep.
Is 9 inches. So
I will
turn
pursue.
around and I'm going to shuffle 9 inches forward.
Oh, I do my same thing. So I get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus my Swift Strider, 13, 14. So I have caught, unbutchered you.
So where he catches me is where he stops. So he smashes and stops there. These are destroyed.
And now, you must take a panic test for any unit within 8 inches or 6 inches.
You can take a test to reform.
Oh, we can.
So you don't have to stay in that bizarre... It's one of my favorite new rules. Instead of you just being like stupidly pacing this way.
Oh, and I have passed gloriously.
Which means he can now rotate this unit to a much more usable position for his next turn, as opposed to being stuck looking at the back of the board.
That was a brilliant smash for the chariots. We had a smashing good time, some would say. It's now your turn.
I have lost a unit of halberdiers and a greatsword on my turn 1, as opposed to taking a chariot off him in his turn 1. A very much a worrying unit of 2 chariots with 2, like, still here that are... I don't know what to do with these, all right? I've got a cannon. I don't know whether I can turn and shoot a cannon at them. Can I turn and shoot a cannon at them?
Think war machines can pivot and then shoot, as long as they do not move.
Okay, so in the command phase, I'm going to cast Oaken Shield again, which is the one that gives me a 5+ ward save against any and all wounds suffered. And that is a ranged self, so it's just on them. So I get a 4 plus my wizard level of 4 is 8, which is cast.
Yeah, you can have it.
The next thing I'm going to do is the priestly prayer. I'm going to cast the prayer on himself, which is just a leadership check. He's leadership 8. So I cast it. There's no way for you to stop that. So it's just...
Is he leadership 8?
Yeah.
Right. You're within 8 inches of this, -1. Plus my spell got off at -2. So you're -3 to your leadership. You are leadership 5.
Sorry, let me just see there. Let me just see if I can ignore that in any way. Using their own leadership. It says just use a leadership, not a modified leadership. I don't know what you're talking about, Tim. Okay, so that's failed. Shenanigans!
Shenanigans!
Now it's on to my movement phase. I do not have any charges to declare, unfortunately, which is worrying. So I'm once again going to start moving. So with the steam tank, I'm going to roll my 2d6 for the movement, which is 3, plus my movement of 4 is 7. And I'm just going to do this. Because I really don't... I might do this, actually.
Heavy chariots get a free pivot at the end.
Yeah.
You want to come closer to me.
Why do I want to come closer to you is the question. I'm in 24-inch range with all my handgunners, so they can start shooting units now. I think I'm just going to stand still with those. With these guys, I just want to shuffle them up enough so that... So less than 25%, so they're not rank broken.
Yes.
And then that's as far as I'm going to do with those.
You can move your greatswords through the dangerous terrain and then do the convenience to move them back through it again if you want.
I could do that. I won't, but I could. Thanks for the offer and the suggestion. I appreciate you.
I got a big spell off and it's just sitting there.
Yeah, that's why. I'm just going to leave it there forever. You want to come fight me? Come through it. That's fine. It's going to move this turn, right?
No.
The vortexes move.
Not this one. This one stays in place.
I'm staying here for the whole game. Can I turn and shoot a cannon?
It has an arc of sight, but I don't say anything about... Okay, you can be -1 to hit if you want.
I don't roll to hit. Okay, so if I do this, there is a potential of hitting through 2 of them. But I have to roll, like, quite ridiculous. Okay, we might be doing that wrong. I'm not sure if a cannon can pivot and shoot, but we'll see what happens. Considering all the crap that Tim's pulling off, I think I'm allowed to try something.
Use your grape shot.
No, that's like, it's like, is it 2D, is it D6 hit? Yeah, I might do grape shots, potential. Yeah. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open fire with my handgunner units. So there is 2 units of 10 handgunners. So the first one, 24 inches, all very much in range. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shots. Empire handgunners are 10 normal dudes, and they're just gonna shoot these guys because they're pretty much the only guys in range. So they hit on 4 standard, 5s for long range, and that's it. So 5s to hit with my handgunners. So I managed to hit 3 times, and these are strength 4 -1. So these are 3s. So use toughness 3.
Toughness 3.
Toughness 3. So 2 wounds at -1.
Double checking my Tomb Guard are toughness 3. Oh, they are toughness 4.
So one of these wounds and one of these is not. So you got 1 wound at -1.
-1. So they have light armor and a shield for shooting at. So that will be a 6-up save. Yeah. Nope. And it'll go to their region, which I do pass.
Okay then.
Bink.
Same thing, except only 8 of them can see. So 5s again is 3 hits, wounding you on 4s. 2 wounds, same again.
Do they have armor piercing? They have armor piercing.
Armor piercing 1, yeah.
So 1 is going to be straight to regen, which passes, and 1's going to be armor then regen, because you got a 6.
Oh yeah.
And so armor fails, regen fails. You have killed technically 3 guys, even though 1 model is gone.
Yeah,
for the
combat
casual.
res, yeah.
But I'm going to do the psych, so it doesn't really matter.
The next is going to be a fireball, which is going to be cast by the wizard. Are they toughness 3?
They're toughness 3.
I'm going to do it on them. So cast on an 8+. So 11 it's cast on.
My fate will protect me. No, it does not.
So 2d6 fireball hits. 5 is 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are 3s to wound. They are no minus, but you don't get your magic extra save. So 3s. 8 wounds. And it's strength 4, so -1. So
does it say -1?
is it strength 4? Does it got? Is all that gone?
That's all gone.
Okay, cool. This spell has flaming attack special roll. You don't get
so I don't get my regen. Here we go. 5s and 6s. That's a nice collection. That's half. 5 and 6s. That's half. So that's 4 dead. And remove from one side.
Okay, we are going to attempt to grape shot, I think, with the cannon, which is literally what you might think. They load grape shot into the cannon and fire it off using a flamer template. We're going to pause the camera for 1 second to basically figure out how the hell this works in New Edition and then come back to you. Then we have figured out how grape shot work is an artillery dice worth of shots, so it has the potential to blow up as per usual. These will be automatic hits and will be strength 4 -1. So let's see what happens. 6. So we get 6 hits through. These chariots are toughness 4, so we're requiring 4s to wound. We get 1, 2, 3 wounds through, -1 AP.
Just gonna roll dice and I'll figure it out when I come back to it.
So 2 wounds go through and a chariot dies.
I get regen.
Yeah, we're gonna fail both of those. See?
Failed 1. Down to 1 wound.
I hope that chariots still have the rule that if you charge through terrain, you can break and die and stuff. It does deadly. I hope you charge well. My steam tank is now going to fire its cannon, and seems how it just goes through ranks. Yep. I'm going to aim here, so I'm going to aim for 10 back from the duty, so it's like here. And then I'm looking for a low roll on the first artillery dice. I get an 8, which is not good. So it goes to this guy, and then it goes through. So it's going to hit 3 guys, including this guy. So we have to take a look at Sir Rule. Okay, so 3 guys will basically die on 2s. Your magic saves.
What's the minus?
Like 72. It's a cannonball, Tim.
It's a steam cannon. It might be weaker.
Okay, so that's my shooting. There is no combat phases because I'm kind of scared to move forward. I'm being a little bit apprehensive or a little bit terrified. You can make that decision for yourself. And yeah, let's continue on with Timothy's Tomb Kings turn 2.
I'm going to try to cast Arise on the Fallen.
Yep.
So I'm going to start with this one. So I got to roll a leadership test. I pass on a 7. And I get 3 guys back.
Is it a spell?
No, it is a special ability. Return, my Fallen. And reclaim your rank bonus.
Can you do a rise more than once per?
Each elite priest do it. Oh, it's D3 plus their wizard level. So that unit is now full.
This is why there's no point in shooting at things that are within range of that stupid effect.
So he is just out of range of them, so he will, in his movement, switch over to the further corner. My Tomb King will give them plus D3 to their initiative. So plus 2 to their initiative. My Necrotech is going to try to give them hatred and plus 1 attack. I need to pass the leadership test, which I do on a 7. So they now have hatred and an extra attack. So that is my start of my command phase stuff. Now I'll be going into my spells of this part before I forget. I will be casting Bleach again. And I will be casting it again onto... I want to cast it again on the Great Swords. It is cast on a 7.
6.
If 5, 6, 7.
6.
What?
He gives you -1.
It is failed. It's cast on an 8. So that it goes away. That stays in play. I will be casting... Give my guys in this bubble a +1 reroll natural rolls of a 1. On a 9, 10, 11.
Who did that?
This guy.
9, 10, 11. So he's going to be in range. I will just double, triple, quadruple check.
No, he's in terrain.
So, yep. So I need to roll a 7.
Yeah.
Boom!
No.
Roll a 6.
So,
I haven't
that
spelled a
gets off.
goddamn thing in this game so far.
And we will do the Plague of Rust.
The smallest amount of dice he's rolled cast spell is a
Onto
9.
the handgunners. 7, 8, 9. Cast on a 9. We are now going to go into charges. I'll blow the trumpet once more.
I thought you said they had no command, buddy.
The horse's trumpet.
Oh god.
Charge!
Through terrain, I hope your axles break and everything dies.
3 plus the movement, that should do it. But they also get another 4. So I'll make it another roll. Dangerous terrain. And they're good. Please move my characters in to destroy your army. And you may take a fear test, because I do believe I outnumber you now.
What are you talking about? There's only 2 of you and there's 4 of us.
My Ushabti will also charge your steam tank.
I failed.
I don't think they could fail this.
Oh.
No, they cannot. Maximizing 3. They're both going to charge. They can't fail it. They both make.
This is a problem.
Smash. It's a graveyard smash. It's a monster mash. Now we will go into my remaining moves. Gonna do a little wheelie wheelie. So I'm gonna go wheel wheel. Toot toot toot.
Keep forgetting you can't march.
I know,
You're so
we will.
slow. How does a steam tank fight in combat if he doesn't charge?
The engineer pops out and punches people in the face. I will now do some arrow shooting. So I'll get the 9 from my front, 5 from my second, and 1 from the back. They're gonna take loose and go for your handgunners. You have them reduce their armor to nothing. I may re-roll my 1s.
For 3 6s, of course.
That'll do.
Tim dice right there.
Right, strength 3 to toughness 3. So we're gonna need 4s to kill. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead, unfortunately.
It is unfortunate. God damn you. 4 handgunners. Unfortunately, come crashing down. The Forge World's bastard handgunners right there and everything.
So that is my shooting. Then we're gonna go the thing. So psychology done at the end of the shooting.
Just to see if it matters.
It will.
It wouldn't matter. It's definitely taken with his leadership, which is not minus anymore, is it? You didn't get it off with him because he cancelled it all out.
You're with an 8 of this.
What does that thing do again?
Everyone within 8 inches is -1 to their leadership, and you can't use the general's inspiring presence.
So they've just failed 2d6. No, yeah, 2d6 inches. So they run 6 inches away from
these guys.
The bowman unit.
And they're fleeing.
You think I paid Forge World prices for this to happen? God damn it.
I will now start with my charges. Let's go straight into the impact hits. Ba-ba-dum.
So the chariots impact hits against the poor 3 no armor toughness 3 cannon crew.
Right, so we'll do my 2 impact hits. Ooh, only 3 hits. 3s or higher to explode them. That's 2 of them dead.
You're gonna leave old Cannonball Jim to be standing there defending himself?
To be fought by the skeleton charioteers. I'm hitting on 4s. 4 to kill. That'll do it!
Cannonball Jim! You suck! You can have my bloody cannon, I don't care.
I will test a restrain for overrunning, isn't it?
Why would you restrain when you can come straight through and smash into the side of it?
But I don't get my impact. Oh, I do get my impact to hit just in the start of the next phase.
Yeah.
Overrun away! So that's 8 plus 5 plus 2.
So I think you're in. I think you still have to take a test for going through the dangerous terrain.
I'm good!
Well, this unit of chariots is proving to be bothersome.
Now, if they were in a fight, they would get to fight again this phase.
Yes,
but
they
unfortunately, they're not.
Give me back my goddamn cannon. Okay, so my engineer jumps out, pop hatched. Tell you, he's got his like whippy stick, and he rolls 1 dice at weapon skill 3. He hits. He hits. He's strength 6. No, sorry, strength 3.
Go for the eye.
What toughness are your bloody you shabbity bones?
Only 4.
So 5s to wound.
No.
Good chat, old boy. Good chat. Good show. Make sure that is right. Strength 3, toughness 5. Strength 3 against toughness 5.
Oh.
6s.
6s.
It's not the normal weapons like wound chart that we're used to. It's the old fantasy one.
More than 1 is 6s.
Yeah.
Double plus 1, you can't hurt.
Yeah.
Cool. So, would you like to do your stomp first?
Sure. So it's D3 plus 1 stompy doos onto your dude. So I'll take 3 stomps at
one?
strength 6. So what toughness are you?
I am toughness 4.
So my strength of 6 on your toughness of 4 is 2s.
Oh shit.
So it is 3 wounds at -2 AP.
Straight to my regen. All 3 go through.
So it's a dead you shabbity.
And that's 3 wounds, yep. Yep, that's 3 wounds, so that he will die. But he still does get to fight, because it is all done at the same initiative.
But he only gets 1 attack.
He only gets 1 attack.
So this is the combat rank.
Yep.
So everyone in the combat rank gets to fight, but only the people in base contact get more than 1 attack. So only his one is only
He
1
only
attack.
gets 1 attack. Should have killed the other guy, and he got all his attacks. That's fine. 3, 3, 3.
That's it.
1.
Champion. Is there a champion?
No, I didn't have the
Are they veteran you shafty? Because you could have done that too.
I could have done that.
Give the people what they want, Timothy.
What is your weapon skill?
I don't want to talk about it. Weapon skill 3 of the engineer. The tank is weapon skill 0. I actually believe that if someone attacks me, they hit automatically. I think that used to be a rule. I don't know whether it's still
I'm not
a
sure. I'm
rule.
gonna roll. I'm more than you, so I'm gonna hit on 3s. So 3 miss.
Okay, what strength are you?
For 5, 6.
Your strength 6. I'm toughness 7.
Oh no.
So strength 6 on toughness 7 is 5s to wound.
That is 3 skulls for 3 wounds.
And what is your AP?
3.
I have armor 3 plus. So I get 6 up saves.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
So no, so I take 3 wounds and I go down to 7.
So combat res here. We both got 3. But I do have close ranks.
It doesn't matter, I'm unbreakable.
I'm just saying I won that fight as
I
well.
don't care. I haven't got a flag, Tim. I can't run away. Leave me alone, okay? I'm a tank. So beep, beep, beep. That's not how it works, okay?
Alright, so there's only 2 of them. 2 fights. Weapon skill.
Oh, flagellants are weapon skill 3.
Okay, so the Tomb Guard are hitting on 4s.
Nope.
Both hit.
Damn it. Oh, your dice hit. Oh,
And
your
strength
dice
5.
wound.
So that is 1 wound. And it'll be at minus at least 1.
I get a 5+ ward save against this.
Okay.
So 5 up. No. Dead.
The 4 attacks from the Sphinx. They all hit.
Of course they do. Just like the good old days.
2 wounds, minus 2. So right to your ward save.
5 ups. 1 save, 1 dies.
Now time for the Bone Giant. All hits. 2s. 3 wounds.
Three 5 ups. I passed 1 and failed 2, so 2 more die.
That gives me an extra 2 attacks.
Why does it give you an extra 2 attacks?
Remember Unstoppable Assault?
No, Tim, I don't remember that rule.
So, 1 hits. Failed the wounds.
Yes!
Do you want to explain to the people
No.
why you were so happy about that?
Okay. Tell you a quick anecdotal story, okay? We once played a game. My Warriors of Chaos v his Tomb Kings. His Bone Giant gets to attack. He has 4 attacks. So he fights. He hits 3 times. And he kills 2 Chaos Warriors, okay? Which means he generates 2 more attacks. He hits with 1 and kills 1. So now he gets 1 more. And as long as he keeps going, he can keep generating. So he hit and wound, 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 with every single one of them to finish my entire unit. He got, because it's 2s to hit or 4s to hit and 2s to wound.
Yeah.
So whatever the statistics are, 4s to hit, 2s to wound, 15 times on 1 dice, and took my... I did in fact pick up that unit and throw it against a wall. I was so annoyed. So I'm just going to hit the Bone Giant because I'm on this side anyway. Okay, so I have 3 guys that can still fight in the front rank, and one of them is a sergeant or whatever, is Prophet of Doom. So I have a weapon skill of 3, so I hit on 4s, and I get to re-roll because of my hatred roll. So 3 hits, re-rolling, all hits, and I am strength 5 because of my flails. Toughness 6, so it's still 5s. Boom! All that was worth the 1 wound minus 2, so you get your ward save.
Straight to my regen. He fails. He suffers a massive 1 wound.
Nice.
5 left.
So I lose 4 dudes.
I have to stomp on you now.
Oh, goody.
Both get D3. They both get 1.
Ha!
2s. Stomp, stomp.
5 up saves. Both fail. 2 more dudes die. Dead, and I don't give a crap about anything because I'm unbreakable.
Yeah.
So these guys are completely fanatical. They don't care about psychology. They don't care about dying or anything like that. They're literal psychos. So that's the end of that.
And that was 4 to my 5 combat rest.
So I lost the combat, but I am unbreakable. I automatically give my ground 2 inches, but that's pretty much all that happens.
And then, yeah, I'll follow up with both of them.
And the same thing, the steam tank somehow gets knocked back to decided. I made a flank charge into the side of his War Sphinx with my greatswords, expecting to destroy those outright, which would of course give me a huge leg up on my left flank. I charged in on the side with my unit of swordsmen, thinking that that was going to support me on the right flank, break through and give me my steam tank a chance to kind of free itself, generate some steam points, and actually get to do something and charge in. Unfortunately, those things didn't really happen the way they were intended to. I opened fire with my handgunner squad. It did very little damage. In fact, I found it very frustrating firing handgun shots across the table at his units, anywhere near his characters that could just regen. So I almost thought it was almost a waste of time and energy to bother doing that. But I did, however, fire off my 10 shots twice. It did indeed drop a couple guys, but like I said, they did just stand back up. Things like the steam tank engaged the Ushapti. The unit of chariots, which have been running amok through the rear flank of my army, continue to do so for quite some time. So here's the shots with the handgunners. You've seen some guys get taken off, and unfortunately they did all just get put back on afterwards, which was kind of irritating, to say the least. I don't know why I bothered. Tim did in fact manage to kind of hamstring himself because his unit of Tomb Guard got stuck behind that building in the middle of the table, and he couldn't really figure out a way to get them through the pass and into engagement range, which was a bit annoying. Tim once again recast his vortex, which landed directly under my guys, which was in no way, shape or form ideal for me. He managed to come in with a countercharge with his unit of skeletons and his chariots into the side of my swordsman and halberdier unit. And unfortunately, this unit of skeletons, because my greatswords failed to break through and kill those sphinx, the unit of skeletons managed to flank charge my greatswords, which honestly, this was the turning point for me. I reckon if those skeletons hadn't rear charged my greatswords and they could all direct their attacks properly against the sphinx and keep their rank bonus and everything, I think I probably could have won that battle out. Won the left flank, and then the game could have continued on. But as you can see, impact hits from chariots, combats from Ushapti, and of course, skeletons going first in all the combats because of the increase to their initiative due to charge distance meant that I stood little or no chance in the engagement. My steam tank was still a behemoth. There was no way that he was tearing that thing down, even with a unit as elite as Ushapti. It's just such a solid, amazing construct. I love the steam tank, and I'll definitely be taking it again in the next battle. There's me looking not so impressed, as once again I failed to break or win any combats, which was annoying. I did actually manage to take the Sphinx down to 1 win. I believe I managed to actually take out the Sphinx in the game, but due to literally all of the ranks, I lost all the ranks in my greatsword unit. He whittled down the numbers in the flagellant unit. It just ended up as this giant cluster. It was disastrous. At one point I did manage to pull my handgunners out of combat, get a charge off with some halberdiers onto some skeletons. Unfortunately, this charged me through the vortex. I've now tried to avoid it, but unfortunately, because I had to maximize frontage, it did indeed pull me into the vortex, which didn't end up well for me. The reason there as no great swords, unfortunately, was because I did in fact fail my combat, lose combat, flee from the strongest unit strength was the skeletons, bounce over the Sphinx and the giant and end up off the table. So that's where my biggest unit, my greatswords, left the battlefield in shame, unfortunately, which is a bit disastrous. This was my handgunner unit opening fire on chariots, and as you can see, it was going really well for me at this point. As you can see, Sphinx did manage to be taken down, and I reckon with enough time the flagellants would have indeed pulled down this bone giant, but just too many turns were passing back and forth and not enough damage was being done. This definitely was a learning experience, this type of game. Obviously, this is the first time that we are playing the old world. We have another game lined up for this Saturday. It won't be a recorded one. It'll just be us once again trying to get our head around all the different ins and outs of the rules and trying to figure out how everything works. There is an event on in Underworld Gaming here in Dublin on the 10th of February that I will be participating in. So if anybody is interested in joining me on that day, it's a 1,000 points kind of games day. It doesn't need to be called a tournament. We're not there trying to compete against each other. We're all just trying to get our heads around the rules, have a fun time, get a chance to play a bunch of different opponents, and try out Warhammer the Old World. So if that's something that interests you, we will leave links to the Underworld website down in the description. You can check that out and see if there's any tickets still available and join us. So this was our, of course, beautiful outro. Laura is, of course, telling us how everything was going beautifully with the recording, and it will be a flawlessly recorded battle report. She, of course, didn't realize that there was no sound happening here, which was a bit of a disaster. As you can see, we were all very excited, very happy, smiley faces the whole way around, because we genuinely had a very good time playing the game and recording the battle report. So I'm sorry that the sound did indeed drop out, and I hope in the next battle report will be a little bit more polished, us knowing the rules and us having a bit more fun. So thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I hope you got something out of this. I know I certainly did.